So the fourth type of problem we'll examine concerning circles is what happens when I am given the area and I am asked for one of the other values. For example, if I am told that the area of a circle is equal to 28.26 centimeters squared. If the area of a circle is equal to 28.26 centimeters squared, I can use this information to work backwards and to find the radius, the diameter, and the circumference. How do I do that? Well, I start with the information that's given. I make a visual representation of the information to get my ideas clear. And then I identify the formula which I have traditionally used, area equals pi times r squared. In this case, step 1, write the formula, is chosen because of the information given. So the formula I am going to use for area of a circle will now be used to substitute in known values. For example, area I know is 28.26. I can substitute that value in place of the variable. The Greek letter pi is also a variable. I can substitute 3.14 in place of that. R squared I have not done anything to yet, so I simply write r squared. Now in order to eliminate the 3.14, which is the coefficient of the variable, I will divide by the coefficient of the variable. This allows me to know what the value of r squared is. I want to know what is 1 times r squared. So 28.26 divided by 3.14 gives me the value of 9. In order to solve for r, I am going to take the square root of r squared. What would I do to the right? I do to the left, and I take the square root of the number 9. Therefore, 3 is the value of r. I'm talking about centimeters, so r equals 3 centimeters. I use that information to fill in the top half of my chart. The radius, of course, is the distance from the center of the circle to the edge, or vice versa. Now that I know the radius, I can use the radius to find the value of the diameter. Remember that the diameter is not only halfway across, it goes all the way across. So if r goes halfway across, the diameter is 2r. That is step 1, to write the formula. The diameter can be found now by substituting in step 2. In place of the r, I will use the number 3. And the diameter equals 6 centimeters. Once that information has been found, you know that the next step is to relate the diameter to the circumference with the known formula that the circumference is pi times d, and the circumference is pi then times 6 centimeters, which was my value of the diameter. And mathematicians will write 6 pi centimeters. Again, the circumference is the distance around the edge of the circle, around the perimeter. 6 pi centimeters. It is a linear distance, so it's just centimeters. Or the circumference can be expressed by substituting 3.14 in place of the pi to a numerical value of 18.84 centimeters. So to recap, if I am given the area, I use algebra and the area formula to solve for r. Once I have found r, The radius is used to solve for the diameter, and then the diameter is used to solve for the circumference. All of these now can be found given any one of the other. That is our two-dimensional figure of a circle. In our next lesson, we will examine the cylinder.